Hey guys, Mr. Star here. So today I have came across an extremely interesting website known for some of the greatest gacha game walkthrough and guides. You might have seen this website for popular games like Pokemon Champions, Genshin Impact, Zenless Zone Zero, Wuthering Waves, Uma Musume, NTE, Path of Exile, Monster Hunter Wilds, but above all, Honkai God Rail. So we are gonna be taking a look at Game 8's Honkai Star Rail Character Tier List for version 4.3. Stay tuned because what comes next may be shocking. Mr. B's intro. Alright, so for the context of this tier list, this is a tier list for all characters at E0. So no cost maxing, no whether should you be using an E2 over a free unit or rather a 0 cost unit which is gonna be a 4-star, assuming they have their ideal lineups including teammates and Lycons, which kinda copies Pride-Wind's thought process for their tier list as well, which is best in slot team comp at baseline E0 as one. Alright, you can see a brief summary of why each character is placed in their icons. We reduce points from a character's overall and general rating based on their dependence on specific factors, such as requiring certain islands, Lycons, or limited 5-star supports. To perform well in the current environment of HSR's endgame content, HP bloat. HP bloat is HSR's end. Bro, let me know when can we try out this brand new endgame content called HP bloat. Bro, you know what? They should honestly just kill slop fiction and introduce HP bloat as the brand new endgame content, right? So tier list is MOC, PF, and AS up to regular as stage bars will change across each phase. Overall, okay, chat, do you guys want to go overall or just endgame? I feel like overall is kind of like whatever, bro. Don't look at overall. Okay, so why should I even care about general and endgame? Okay, so endgame is by the respective category. Then general is by their respective archetypes. Okay, so we'll just do general first then, right? We'll just do general first. Okay, so I noticed something. Okay, there's a shit ton of ads going on, which is kind of crazy. Like, what the hell is just playing in my background right now, guys? What am I looking at? What video is this? I have no idea what that ad is. There's a lot of different things. I am just gonna scroll down and see the first thing, which is SS tier. Oh my goodness. Okay. So DPS wise, we have Caster, Silver Wolf, Finon, and Nexa Evernight. Support tier, Sunday, Blade, Trivi, Sparkle, Yaoguang. And sustain is gonna be the double V3 plus Huehue. Then if you go into the S plus category, we have Evanesia, Sparksy, Firefly alongside with Archer, and Herta in the same tier as Saber in the same tier as the Firefly and Evanesia. We have a couple of My Day Azure. Hey, you know what? This tier is pretty good, guys. Bro, I think this tier is actually not too bad because Fei Xiao is gonna be one of the higher tiered units, taking away the SS ranks. So all things considered, I think that's fine. Rampa on S plus tier is absolutely crazy. We have Hyacinth, Kafka, Blackstone, Agleia as well as Scylla. And then for the S plus support, Cyrene, Saridra, Rodway, Barbin, the Dahlia, the Dahlia alongside in the same tier as a Bronya. That's very, very interesting. We have RMC Fuke. Well, why is Hyacinth here again? I guess she's cosplaying as a support for the Remembrance flagship. Alongside EMC, then as plus we do have Adventuring Lingsha as well as Gallagher, right? Then going down a little bit more, we do have the S tier Yunli Jade Jingliu Blade. Why is Cypher even in the DPS category? Okay, Jingyuan Topaz as well. So, okay, I feel like for S and A, like, they are all homeless at this point, right? Is that even more than 8 here? Oh. But I feel like they can legitimately just combine from here all the way to here as like a single tier called no one plays them. Okay, maybe it's an S and A tier. Like A to C, they can lump everyone up together. Then S is like barely just there, right? But I'm very, very interested to see because baseline Silver Wolf with Ting Yun DHPT. What? Okay, I'm so confused. We have Jiao Qiu into Pella on the same tier as HMC. Then we have a Topaz on the same tier as HMC, which is very, very nice. Then Fu Xuan, Luocha over here, and all the other stuff are just gonna be looking a little bit homeless. So we do have an explanation of each tier in the list as well. I think I will take a look at this after I see their Endgame tier list, because I am guessing for this Endgame tier list, they might have given, like, for example, D Herda in SS for pure fiction. That's why on average she's gonna be at S plus tier alongside with units like Evanesia as well as Firefly. So, holy shit. What? Okay, that is a lot of SS tiers in a single tier. Holy shit. Okay, this is extremely confusing to look at, but let's just go down one by one. Okay, MOC, alright, Elation Flagship, Asheville, Evanesia, Evernight, Firefly, Finon, Fuke, Casterus, M-Blade. I mean, it's... Oh, I need to remember it's not like support or DPS. It's like by endgame content, right? So, MOC, Sunday, Dahlia, Hyacinth, Cyrene, Anexa, Sparkle, Lingsha, okay? Babin. E0 Lingsha, E0 Babin is in the same tier as M-Blade. So, thank God for Game 8 because for my personal account, I actually own a E1 Babin. Therefore, since I already have a support like Babin, I can completely skip on units like M-Blade because they are basically same, right? And my Babin is E0, right? Then this is E0 Tribi, DHPT Adventuring alongside with a Hue. Then for pure fiction, I do see Silver Wolf 999 in the triple tier 0, right? Or rather the triple tier SS. Asheville, Sparksy, Yao Guek, Cyrene still chilling with Evan, D Herda, and there it is, guys. This is why D Herda belong in the tier S+, because D Herda is SS tier in pure fiction. Casterus Rappa. I actually wonder how Rappa is doing nowadays, but if she's gonna be in the SS tier, that must mean that she is better than units like Firefly, right? Because she's an AOE unit. Then we have M-Blade, Tribi, Hyacinth, Jade, Firefly, Himeko. Baseline units over here, that's quite interesting. Dahlia, Sunday, Fuke, Hue, Babin. Babin is still triple tier 0. Wow. Wait, Jen, maybe they didn't update this for like 2 years, bro. Or like 1 year. Because somehow Babin is in the same triple SS tier as Emblade, which is just really, really interesting. But we have another Epoch Shadow tier list with the Remembrance flagship, Mimo Sprite flagship, the Herda in SS tier in Epoch Shadows. Bro, I heard some terrible things for the Herda, especially in this latest update featuring Flame Reaver, where she was completely fucking homeless against Flame Reaver. Then we do have the T, right? Boothill, Kafka, right? Sunday, very cool. Saridra, super nice. So we are now gonna be moving on down into S+ tier. Oh. Wait, Evanesia is not in the same tier with Silver 9? I just noticed. Oh, Evanesia is only tiers SS for MOC. So in Pure Fiction and Epoch Shadow, I guess Game 8 is essentially insinuating. Alright, Game 8 is essentially insinuating that Evanesia is a worse DPS than Silver Wolf, because as a casual player, the first thing I'm gonna take a look is who is gonna be in the SS tier, and if a Elation main DPS is gonna be triple SS tier, why the fuck would I be putting for another Elation DPS with 2 endgame content doing worse than my God Wolf level 999, right? But in any case, we do have a couple of EMCs, Aridra, Hyacinth, Acheron, right? Archer, right? That's really good. Boothill. Green Blade. Jing Liu. Green Blade and Jing Liu in the big 2-6, coming back straight from the depths of mid tier in the same caliber as Acheron as well as DOT. Absolute fucking cinema. I don't even know why is... Okay, I guess Luocha is not that bad, right? Considering we already have DHP, the Adventuring, Huehue, and Lingsha, so we basically have 4 sustains all at tier 0. So at this point, it's like, it is what it is. But we do have our Pure Fiction Evanesia over here, right? That's gonna be Saber and Nexa, right? So, bro, I see like half of the Chrysos heirs being stuck in the S tier, which is just very interesting. Acheron in the same tier as Argenti in Pure Fiction. I mean, we all know Argenti is basically the greatest Pure Fiction DPS of all time, with his exceptional AoE capabilities as well as boink targeting against the boss. So that is really good. Jing Yuan on top of that, right? He does have exceptional Lightning Lord multipliers. Jing Yuan is basically the same DPS as Acheron and Aglaya. So, right, between these 3 Lightning crit DPS, you can't really go wrong with either one of these. You know why? Because with Emblade, all of them are gonna 40k anyways. So you know what? This tier is not even that far off. We have our Kafka Blackstone Adventuring Spark, Jiao Qiu alongside with them Bronya RMCs. Really cool. Then in Epoch Shadows, Fei Xiao. You know what? That is an absolutely factual statement. I have never seen anything quite as factual as this before. In the same tier as Phynon, Acheron, Aglaya. Okay, but I don't know why Jing Liu, Blade, and Argenti are still here. You know what? Even base Bronya, right? Because considering they're all E0, fuck it, you know what? Even if this was an E6 Jing Liu, E6 Green Blade, and E6 Argenti, I'm not too sure if they're gonna be on the same caliber as Acheron on E0, right? You know what I'm saying? So that is gonna be the Epoch Shadow S+ tier. Then moving on into the, I'm guessing this is the mid tier. Oh. Okay, now, okay, you see, this is where it starts to become a little bit disingenuous, right? It starts being a little bit silly, right? Because what the actual fuck do you mean that Fei Xiao is in the same fucking tier as Kelala, bro? Right, I think this is where, like...
The greatest Fei Xiao agenda pusher that has ever lived.
We need to step back. We need to reevaluate our lives a little bit, and we basically need to just stop spreading misinformation, because I don't think I've seen a bigger spread of misinformation in my entire fucking life. Show me a single Kerala clear in MOC right now. Show me a single... Okay, if I don't see a Kerala clear in MOC, right, full star, right? Oh. Oh. Okay, you know what? But that doesn't mean that Fei Xiao is the same tier as Kerala, chat, right? That does not mean that the same. Hey, if you just take a look right here, right? If you just take a look right here, right? Hey, what do you see, guys? What do you see? Bro, 2 cores, bro. 2 cores, bro. For 2 entire cores, you can also get yourself a clear with the greatest unit of all time. So I don't want to hear all that. But in any case, we have a couple of other nameless buckles like Yun Li, right? Like Dale, right? Han. Oh my god, I actually just noticed Han March 7 is actually a unit. I don't think we have actually used Han March 7th ever since Sunday in Anomaly Arbitration. That was the last time I remember using a Han March 7. You know why? Because it's too fucking silly. Daughter ratio is also gonna be in the S tier. You know why? Because God Rail is God Rail, and daughter ratio is actually an S tier DPS alongside with Kerala, right? Then we have a couple of other buckles over here, which I don't really think we need to care too much about. Wow, Qingque though. Why is QQ abnormally high? Like, I'm not really concerned with the others, but out of all of the endgame content, what did QQ even do in Epoch Shadow to be higher than her performance in like MOC and Pure Fiction? That is just very, very strange and very, very interesting. Then moving on into the A to C tier, I'm pretty sure no one will ever use them for the rest of their lives. Actually, before we move on into the changelogs, I feel that Yu Kong's design was honestly super interesting back then. If y'all remember how Yu Kong actually played, she was actually really, really interesting. So you always scaled with her such that your next 2 units will get the buffs from Yu Kong. And then if you cast her out, it will give you the additional stack while adding on the additional crit damage. So there were a lot of very, very interesting zero cycles which made use of Yu Kong's mechanic, but it never ever did anything like this ever again, because I think the skill point consumption was way too silly, and the positioning for your unit order, it was not casual friendly. Right, very few people actually even thought about using Yu Kong as a unit. So what to do, it is what it is, right? Okay, version changes. Oh, it's just adjustments. I see. It's just adjustments. Oh, they don't actually say it that much. Okay, so this is the tier list explanation. DPS. How much damage they can do, how consistent, how reliant, and how much damage they can do. Okay, support, how strong are the buffs, how much a character increased the total DPS. So how strong are the buffs, how often can they activate their abilities while generating skill points. I see. Sustain, how strong are their sustains? If they can cleanse debuffs. Ooh, what else they provide aside from protection and healing? Endgame, how easy is it to 3-star all stages with that character? And how effective they are in the current MOC, PF, and AMO. So by this game, its own wording, right? How easy it is to 3-star. It is as easy as it is to 3-star MOC with a Fei Xiao as compared to a fucking Kelala. It is the same level of ease, right? It is the same level of ease as fucking Dr. Ratio, as Hunt March 7th. That is their definition, right? Which I just think it is a little bit silly. And in other terms, Evanesia is not as easy as compared to Silver Wolf level 999, because it is on the degree of ease, right? So if you are a Silver 9 player, it will be super easy for you to clear all endgame. But if you were to use Evanesia, the difficulty goes up, right? As a matter of fact, you have the same difficulty as an Argenti main with Evanesia. So that is just really, really interesting, if I can say so myself. Do we have any explanations for the changelog? I am so curious. Okay, I feel like these ratings don't really matter too much. So I'm just gonna skip through. Tier list winner for 4.1. Okay. Wait, can I see like the rationale behind each unit? Is it possible? There's no rationale. Oh, the rationale is only overall. Okay, I guess we'll just take a look at the rationale then, right? Overall tier list. Powerful AoE, skill point neutral, free to play friendly teams, revive global passive. Light cone options are limited. Strong overall damage dealer, doesn't need any other stat aside from speed and crit. Okay. Bro says it like it's so easy, bro. It's so easy, bro. You just need speed and crit, right? Silver Wolf 999 is like the easiest unit to ever build because you just need speed and crit. Bro says it as if it's like a break DPS, which is very, very interesting. Free to play friendly teams. Global passive removes debuffs. Needs Sparksy and Yao Guang to have full potential unlocked. Okay, I feel like the Yao Guang statement is definitely not too shabby, right, for the full potential. Frankly speaking, the Sparksy statement is a little bit more debatable. But then again, we are talking about this from a cost at E0 perspective, right? We can't use any other cost, so I will just let... Bro, I'm so curious what they're gonna fucking say for Final Castellana, bro. Powerful DPS during Enhanced State. High survivability during Enhanced State. Can dispel debuffs. Free to play friendly teams and light cones. Damage outside of Enhanced State is only decent. So that is Finon's only flaw, where the damage out of his Enhanced State is only decent. I see. Anexa. Can implant missing weakness skill is great for both single target and mobs. Crowd control with ultimate, free to play friendly teams. AoE damage is weaker compared to other erudition units like D Herda, right? Because D Herda is the greatest erudition unit of all time. Alright, Emblade, the latest unit. Remember for Emblade, Prywin actually did not give Emblade a downside. Because the review guy for Emblade says he has no downside because everyone is gonna use Emblade. So maybe this website called Game 8 can list something over here. Whoa. Strong generalist support with amazing damage amplification, used in most teams, specifically ultimate and follow-up attack. Act as a sustained corrector. Sustain Emblade. I mean, technically it's not too far off from the truth, right? The taunt is pretty good. Deals good damage and regens its own energy consistently. Since he is a generalist support and debuffer, a lot of teams want... Did this guy just copy Prywin? Wait, hold up. Is this a copyright infringement? Yo, Prywin. That is so strange. That is so strange. So the only downside he has is the same downside that Brightwind has. That is so strange. Oh wait, Shusho actually updated the review. I see. Okay, anyways, moving on. A Sunday. Turn advance to a unit and their memos. Oh, it's the same guy. The same guy is actually working on Game 8 as well as Brightwind. So they are basically made by the same website. Absolute fucking cinema. We have restore energy to a single unit, crit rate and crit damage buff, skill point neutral and ultimate. Buffs can only affect one party member. I see. Aside from that, okay, honestly, chat, genuinely, right? Genuinely, why do y'all like real hate SR players, right? Why is it that Sunday has fell off so much? Have I ever wondered that before? It's not like his kit got changed drastically, right? It's not like he got nerfed, right? But all of a sudden, like, no one uses Sunday anymore when the previous exact same teams that can use Sunday just went ahead and used Sparkle. Which is just so strange, bro. Like, best example, Saber. Alright, Saber doesn't even care about Sparkle back then. But after the Sparkle Nova Flare, which basically gave us more skill points, right? Like, it gave us a lot of skill point economy. But like, Sparkle just went to Saber, and like, Saber stopped using Sunday, bro. So, it is so strange how drastic the change is. And even when it comes to like Mimo Sprite teams, there really is just like Casterus or Aglaia. And even Aglaia doesn't really necessarily want Sunday anymore, because you could just replace her. So it is very strange because of DDD. So you're saying DDD made Sunday homeless. I see. Tribi? Holy. All type res pen, follow-up attack, great for AoE, needs AoE unit. I think that is not too shabby, quite neutral. High Mimo Sprite damage, buff other Mimo Sprite crit damage, work alone, standalone DPS of characters. Buffs only work on Mimo Sprites. At ER 0 is slightly questionable. A lot of skill point with her ultimate, turn advance, damage crit damage, requires good sub-stat rolls. Why is that a negative for Sparkle and it is not a negative for Silverwolf? Like, why can't I just say the exact same thing? Sparkle doesn't need anything other than speed and crit damage. But that is a negative. But for Silverwolf is, oh, she only needs speed and crit damage. Right? Therefore, it's a positive. It is a little bit strange. Oh, wait, Evanescence is not SS tier. Ooh, Evanescence did not make it an SS tier. Let's just see what's up with this. Powerful healing, max body HP, decent damage, high speed, relies on skill usage. That is okay, right? Skill point positive, elation, all that rest free to play cone. Only useful in elation teams or with skill point hungry unit. I've literally never heard of anyone using Yao Guang outside of elation teams, so it is what it is. High ultimate cost, which is also kind of redundant because your aha instance gives you energy as well. But interesting, where great healing, really great healing. The first point for Hue is great healing. They can cleanse allies outside of turns. Alright, party-wide energy regeneration requires skill usage for healing uptime. I see. DH really stacking issue is great for sustain, grants and allies is summon, bonds teammate based on attack. Lyco is limited as fair, can work with HP scaling, but the attack buff will be useless. Okay, then for S tier Evanescence. Oh, there's a lot of negatives, bro. Bro has the same negatives compared to positives. Strong overall elation damage. Free to play for any team. Can use EMC. Reliant on elation supports for constant CB generation. So why is that not a downside where Silver 9 relies elation support for punchline generation. I think that is a slight bit of a Silver Wolf agenda over there. You can't be slotted in with other elation DPS due to a hyper carry nature. Wouldn't you say the exact same? Okay, technically you could honestly run both of them at the same time. If you want to try something for fun with like E2, it's doable. It's like the old like Firefly plus Reba team, but it's only for fun 99. But Evanesia's rating feels a little bit... Wait, did Prywin also say this? Did Prywin slander Evanesia? Reliant on elation teammate to make the use of her damage needs that constant CB. Hyper carry style means she won't work well with some other elation units. Wait, what did they say for Silver 9 again? This is so sus. This is so sus. Okay. 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 This is so sus because Prywin also didn't list the reliance of punchline generation. Right? So they just left it very vaguely, which is what this website did as well for Silver Wolf. That is so strange. You know what? I'll leave that for the detectives to find out about this. Let's just move on. Who is copying who essentially? Or is it actually the same guy? Is Shusho actually in charge of Game 8? So if Shusho were to make a tier list, it will basically be Game 8's tier list. But okay, Sparksy, high AoE damage, generate punchlines, crit damage buff, needs a Sparkle and elation supports for ultimate damage. Signature light cone is significantly better than other options and very, very interesting. Ooh, Cyrene. Oh wait, Cyrene is not SS tier as well. Unfortunately, Cyrene is gonna be on a slightly lower tier compared to the greatest support of all time, Mr. Sun, right? So let's see this. Team-wide true damage buff, party dive be on the field, enhanced cryosphere decree, blah, 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 blah. Buffs are only used on cryosphere. Ultimate needs a lot of turns to charge up outside of a premium casterist team. Yo, chat, hear me out, guys. Hear me out. Hear me out. E2.
The greatest, unrelatable Honkai star rail player that has ever lived.
A casterist afterwards is gonna be a Firefly. Powerful break damage, implant fire weakness, quite tanky for a DPS. Will struggle against enemies that can disable their own toughness bar, so they have no idea what Nadia does. I see. Needs a specific support like Trailblazer and especially Rationale. I am almost absolutely certain that this tier list has not been updated since at least 3.8. Cause how the hell is the order gonna say Rationale and TB instead of Dahlia? You know what I'm saying? So very, very nice. Archer skill deals a lot of damage. One of the highest ultimate multipliers in the game. Back in those days. Back in those days. Right? Does bro know how much damage Evanesia's ultimate does? Because you can literally just copy this exact same time with one of the highest ultimate damage multiplier in the game, especially with the Boink. Free-to-play friendly, needs Sparkle, and struggles a lot in AoE scenarios. And what it D Herda, powerful AoE. Can hold her own in single target scenarios. Really? Wait, really? Wait, Dear Herda can hold her own? How though? How is she gonna be holding her own in a single time? Is she gonna just be there for the additional erudition buff in Epoch 3? Then you can use the erudition buff to hypercamp, right? Free to play friendly team and skill point heavy. Okay, so redraw, blah blah blah, easy to build, only buff. Okay, that's this, and then what to do? Rationale. No cons. Rationale is a peerless champ. Babin. I see. Yes, Acheron. Powerful in both single and AoE, has a lot of self buffs. Ultimate can ignore enemy weakness. Her light cone along the passing shore is mandatory. Mandatory, by the way. Even though the debuff is completely thrown out the window with the inclusion of Endblade, the light cone is mandatory. Thank you, gaming. Thank you. Wait, imagine if Shusho didn't update their Aggron rating. Oh. Oh. You know what? I think we do need a little bit of a rework going forward. By any case, Saber. Holy shit, there's a lot of notes for Saber. Great in both single and AoE. High toughness, bar damage, free-to-play friendly cone. Really? I didn't know there was a lot of free-to-play friendly cone options for Saber. Skill point heavy? I think Saber is actually more chill on skill points, considering you do have the EBA, and nowadays people just run their Sparkle anyways. Needs premium supports. Sparkle is free, chat. Very technical to use optimally. I think that was the first time I've ever saw this as a downside. She is a very high skill ceiling champion, right? I don't think I saw that in any other note so far. Did I write that for Saber as well? A high skill ceiling champion. One of the more challenging units to pilot well. I see. I legitimately have grounds to believe whoever wrote this for Pridewind is the same author for Game 8. Because that is a lot of similarities I'm seeing so far. So, and then what I do, my day, okay, a lot of crit rate, auto gameplay when under Vendetta. I see that as an absolute W for H's army. Asheville in the same tier as Fei Xiao though. That is quite interesting. Strong single target out of the 3 enemy targets. Okay, provides damage buff, relatively free to play. Must have follow-up attackers in his team. And struggles in 5 target scenarios. Why though? Why would he struggle in 5 target scenarios? Because if you clear out the... Okay, like in pure vision right now, right? Like there's 1 elite. If you clear all 4 mobs, that last stack will always go back into the lead anyways. And the follow-up attacker point, it is kind of fair, right? You do want to proc that. But Endblade is basically bound to buckle at this point as our brand new wheelchair. So that would be quite interesting. I face out. Powerful single target DPS. Ultimate can ignore enemy weakness. Free to play friendly teams, chat, bro. What did I tell y'all, bro? A free to play friendly team. Struggles in multi target is what? Okay, do you see this, chat? Bro, where else are you gonna find a 2 cost 5 cycle, bro? It's 2 cost, chat. I think that is absolutely free to play friendly. All you need is to get an Endblade and then you get yourself a 2 cost 5 cycle, bro, right? So and then what I do, Endblade can... Okay, you know what? Can I exclude Endblade then? Bro, I will literally exclude Endblade. Wait, can we see like the king? Hey, do you see that, chat? That is a Fei Xiao showcase right there. E0 with a Keep Asheville Mose, bro. No Endblade. No Endblade. Check Kawawa clears. Bro, she ain't clearing, bro. Bro, she ain't clearing. Ha ha. Oh, shit. Oh. I mean, it's a 16 cost team, guys. Are you really gonna talk about a 16 cost team? Really? for 4 cycles. Okay, 9 plus 7. You know what I'm saying? Okay, let's just move on a little bit more, but that is very, very nice. I do wonder, Dahlia. I see. Rapper. Powerful across all endgame with imaginary weakness. Oh, so if I were to use Rapper right now against King Pom Pom with its imaginary weakness, bro, my Rapper is gonna be absolutely clapping cheese, bro. Especially in AoE scenarios, if I can say so myself. Needs are ultimate and no innate weakness. It is what I do. Okay, let's just okay, I wonder if they actually updated for the well Nova Flare. They did not give a damn about well Yang, right? Okay, one last review, guys. I'm just gonna talk about one last review and I'll wrap up everything. Who will be our one last review? Because I feel like we kind of go through every single one of these buggles. QQ, QQ, QQ. High damage potential. Buffs or speed. Reliant on luck and skill point. Needs a lot of investment to perform optimally. And by investment, I mean cost investment, right? And by cost investment, I mean using the wheelchair to drag QQ's data body to the finish line, right? Argenti? Where is Argenti anyways? Ah, okay, there we go. Ooh. I mean, that's not that bad, right? Damage output draws the ultimate and struggles against single target. He really is just missing a single line, which is he's literally homeless, right? That is the only line he's missing. But with that, I am gonna take a quick screenshot. I feel like this is just super interesting. And there it is, guys. Let me know what you guys think on your Game 8 tier list for Honkai Star Rail updated for version 4.3. To summarize this entire tier list for the players that did not watch our past 40 minutes of rambling, so TLDR, Silver Wolf is a better DPS than Evanesia. Firefly is in the same tier as D, Herta, and Saber. Sunday is actually a better support than Cyrene. Babin is on the same caliber as Cyrene. Who the hell is Huan Huan? Or rather, Huan Huan is the new tier 0. And Jing Liu is along the same caliber with Green Blade following up into the S tier, right? So join to it, join Discord, join to the use code POKE for 10% off gamer subs. All the best for your gacha boost, and I'll see you next time. Thank you.